Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an NFC wildcard matchup between the Washington football team and the Chicago Bears. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's a big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down, Washington.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try to run this one in.
Touchdown.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Makes this
extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Winston out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Winston to give. It's Kamara. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Jameis to throw it. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He'll let this go deep, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Henry Ruggs, 41 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Kick is good.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. On the ground, Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Play fake. Winston. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Winston rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
He's going deep for Brown.
7-yard line.
That's caught at the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Marquise Brown, 73 yards.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes this Washington 21. Bears nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Running with Kamara. And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Winston's pass.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Working out of the gun, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Tackled by Kenneth Murray.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 42. Following the interception, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Flush to his right. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And it's 3rd down.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. On play action, Winston. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 50 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 24, Winston. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down.
Winston.
They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles? He's got a man. Complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And the Washington first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 34.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
At the 25-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And a loose football. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half here, Winston. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Takes this about 5 yards deep and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
So don't say nothing. 51 to Mike, boys. 51. You ain't going nowhere.
They go play action here on first down. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
At the 47-yard line.
First down, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And this is taking him one-handed. What a catch. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well.
First down, Washington.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's a gain of
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from a yard out. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Mike 51. Wait. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Winston now. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's 4th down.
Kill.
Here we go with Kamara. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. He'll drop to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Check. Joker. Check three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
For the running back.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
And 8 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Washington going to send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperate. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Winston.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Number 38.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Kenneth Murray.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A huge play there for Washington.
1st down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Bang, 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 bang.
stepping up. He'll try and run. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
Bears 7.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be second down.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
50 wants the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Washington on third down.
They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
56 the mic. 50. Stop your whining.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
First and goal.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 1.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
Check. Check. 36.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown